thank you for letting us get behind the scenes with them every week. It really is a pleasure. Now, Charles, looking at the impact players for this game, we've been talking about Mitchell Clark from week to week for Muskingum, and it looks like he might be back tonight to take on his brother's Otterbein Cardinals here.
Yeah, so for the Otterbein starters, we have probably going to be starting is Jay Joseph. He's really looking probable. He has 15.9 points per game, 5.7 rebounds per game. I mean, that's the most out of his team for the starters. After him, we have Justin Carter, 11.6 points per game with 4.5 rebounds per game. He looks like he'll get out there and fight against the Fighting Muskies, which is going to be a hard fight. It is senior day here at the NC Steele. And then Kobe Long-Weber, who has 8.7 points per game with 2.4 rebounds, and Nick Coons with 5.7 points per game and 4.5 rebounds, and Hunter Dennison with 3.0 points per game and 2.2 average rebounds per game. So, I mean, Otterbein is going to come out and fight. They're going to want to win, but the Fighting Muskies, we're going to have to fight. I mean, it's in their name. So hopefully we'll have some great shots on court, and it'll be a great game that we see here at the NC Steele Center this afternoon.
Yeah, Charles, like I said, Mitchell Clark has been out of the lineup for a couple weeks here. It's been an ankle injury that's been nagging him. He's suited up today. He's warming up, and he's warming up with the rest of the guys. So you would think he's going to be seeing some action here. If Mitchell couldn't go, of course, they do have senior Brandon Keys that filled that role last game and did a really good job. He was really a presence down underneath, making a ton of and-ones. It seemed like every big moment you were calling Brandon Keys' name. And when we look at the rest of the Muskie probable starters here, Devon Purdy's, of course, a senior. He's averaging 14.6 points per game with 4.2 rebounds. I mean, this man is a hustler. This man does not give up on defense. He's a tireless worker. It seems like his engine doesn't have an off button, Charles.
Yeah,
and he really just doesn't stop.
Yeah, and that's great to see in basketball. We need someone who can hustle up and down that court fearlessly. Nothing's going to stop him. No one's going to block his shot and just get a shot on court. That's really what you need to see in basketball.
Interesting matchup here that we could be seeing is a shootout between Trey Singleton and Kobe Long-Weber. Both men are in the top 5 of the OAC's three-point percentage, and Trey Singleton is actually at 52% on top of the OAC, while Long-Weber's in 5th place with 43.6. It's going to be interesting to see how those teams match up, but we are going to step aside here. You are listening to WMCO 90.7, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie Sports. just neck and neck. Muskingum right now has the edge because they do have the head-to-head win, but today is going to be vital. They have to find a way to win on home court against this team when it's going to be just a straight-up dogfight out there.
Yeah, no, I don't know what else to say. Like, Muskingum, they're both basically identical teams. They really are, and they're both going to come out with the same goal, to win. And it's just going to be a dogfight, like you said, of who wins.
Yeah, looking at some impact players today, for Muskingum, it looks like, wow, it is senior day. A huge story coming into this game, Charles, is that Mitchell Clark was seen warming up today. This could be the return of Mitch Clark after a couple weeks here of absence.
I definitely hope it is. I really want to see him out on the court.
And provided if the Muskingum Muskies don't go with Mitchell Clark tonight, Brandon Keys filled his role the other night against Wilmington in a great spot. He was everywhere. He was working tirelessly on the glass. He was able to put baskets up and in. And ones, whatever you needed from him, it seemed like he was going to give it.
Well, he has not to make a joke off of it, but he has the key to get that ball in the court, in the basket. I mean, he really has what it takes. So, yeah, I mean, if Mitch Clark doesn't come out and he does, we've got a shot at this.
So, of course, we did mention it is senior day here at the NC Steele Center. We have Devon Pert, Jalen Page, Jason Peoples, and Brandon Keys being honored, as well as Jarrell Marsh, who this would have been his senior day had he still been with the team today. So a really sensitive day. It's a tough one, Charles, but it's a great day to remember Jarrell and everything he did for this team. He's not forgotten it one bit.
He is not forgotten in Muskie sports one bit. No, he is not.
And touching on the seniors, it could be an interesting way to see maybe some of the seniors step up today. We talked about how Peoples, he can shoot the lights out. There's going to be a battle today between possibly a freshman, Trey Singleton, and it looks like it could be Kobe Long-Weber of Otterbein, as those two men are top 5 in three-point percentage in the conference. So
yeah,
it really could be a shootout today. We could see it could be a game of who makes enough baskets to win rather than defense.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could. I mean, defense, they usually say defense is really everything, but no, today it could just be offense. Who gets that ball down the court fastest, who gets that shot up the quickest, and who gets those rebounds. That really could be everything.
It could be just really competitive because, like we said, this conference, we alluded to this earlier in pregame, it's going to be tricky. It's a tricky conference. We talk about how the OAC is one of the most competitive conferences in D3.
Right.
And, Charles, we looked at the standings earlier. It's a very top-heavy conference. There's no give in this conference at all.
There isn't. There really isn't. I mean, we talked about it earlier. We talked about how these teams are so neck and neck. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, I've never known a conference to be this neck and neck, so it's really unbelievable.
So we are going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Michael Pagano, who has something for us. Michael, what you have?
I'm here with Coach Schwab. So, Coach, senior day, big game for the OAC, big game for everybody. What do you got going for the team tonight?
Well, today, as I talked to the guys just in the locker room, today's about being really prideful in what we do. I'm proud as ever of this senior class for everything that they've dealt with. I'm proud of them. They were my first recruiting class. I'm proud of how hard they play. Now we just need to take pride in protecting our home court and pride in having a chance to achieve a goal that we really set forth back in August.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. It's been a joy to be able to watch these guys over the last 4 years. And then it looks like Mitch Clark is going to be giving it a go tonight. How nice is it to see him back in the lineup today?
Well, Mitch is one of our better players, and we've been with and without him at times throughout the year. But, you know, he gives us a presence on the block. He rebounds. He can shoot the three a little bit. It's always good just to have, you know, our whole family's not completely healthy, but we're getting closer.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Michael, that was awesome. Yeah, Charles, exactly what we were talking about pregame with the importance of Mitchell Clark. The Coach Schwab, of course, going on to say about how Mitchell does provide a three-point shot. And when it comes to just what Mitchell provides, we might be seeing Mitch go right up against his brother Connor Clark today. Connor, of course, the bigger and the maybe more stronger of the two, but Mitchell has that speed and that shot edge to him.
Yeah, I mean, and having a brother duel right on the court, I mean, that's going to be something to see. That's going to be really interesting. And it's senior day. That's going to be extremely interesting. I cannot wait to see that.
Fun fact, Charles, this could be the last time these brothers go against each other in competitive basketball, as Connor is a senior. So this could be...
That could just be a crying moment for both of them.
Exactly.
They could shed down tears on that.
This could be an emotional one for Mitchell Clark. Of course, this is their last home game of the season. It is senior day. So it's going to be really interesting to see just what the Muskies decide to come out with game plan-wise. Like we said, their last game against Wilmington, they fell by 2 points. It was neck and neck all the way down to the end, and then a turnover, a costly turnover for Muskingum was the difference in that game. It seemed like they had a stranglehold to the game up until that point, Charles.
Right, yeah. I mean, they really had it, but then they just lost it. I don't know what happened. Like, they had it. Why did you get that, turnover? Why? And I think they went to practice thinking, why did I do that? And they are going to come out today and really show that they can be better than that.
Well, it gets back to what we were saying about the OAC, Charles, is that the OAC is so competitive that you can see games like that anytime teams take the court. It's really just it's so cutthroat with
it could happen at a snap of a finger.
Exactly. Any mistake can result in a costly turnover, or any pivotal point in this game could be huge. It really could be.
It really could be. You're right about everything that you just said. I mean, it's really going to be interesting if they let that snap of a finger come down on them or if they don't.
Yeah, in thinking about game plans for this game, we talk about how individual plays can be such a huge part. Overall game plan-wise, if the Muskies do decide to go with Keys instead of Clark, who's coming off that recent injury, you have to think that Otterbein's going to have the size advantage. I mean, Keys, a smaller center, but he's really strong. It would be interesting to see how Keys could maybe match up. He's going to have to use the strength, Charles, don't you think?
He will. He will. I mean, I played basketball in high school. I had to really push through players. I'm not the tallest guy, but in basketball at least, I'm pretty tall. But, you really have to push through that adversity of the player. So it's going to be interesting what we see from him.
And, again, looking at the guards here, Devon Pert, we talked about in pregame, 14.6 points per game. While Marcus Dempsey has been out of this lineup for a couple months now, Devon Pert has stepped up into that role, and he's done a great job of being a reliable scorer for this team.
He has.
Whether it be and ones, whether it be 3 points, whether it be whatever they ask of him, it seems as though he's able to do so on command.
I mean, we see he averages 14.6 points per game. That's about, at least, half what everyone else on this team averages. So he's really the shooter, and he's really what we're going to look for tonight.
And for Otterbein, Jay Joseph, 15.9 points per game.
Yeah.
He's going to have to be one that you shut down, Charles. You can't let a guy who averages that many points really continue success against you, or you're going to get burned.
I mean, he's like the LeBron of the team. I mean, that's what the stats are showing. That's what we're going to probably see. He's the LeBron. You really got to stop the LeBron of this team.
And, of course, Justin Carter also averaging 11.6, so 2 guys in double digits for Otterbein, while Muskingum only has Pert with that standout double digit.
No, so we're going to have to really look at Jalen Page, Trey Singleton, those guys to really step up to the other guys on Otterbein, because if we just have Devon Pert, that's not enough.
And we'll have to see who steps up, but until then, we are going to step aside here on Orbit Media TV, on YouTube, and on WMCO 90.7. Keep it here for the Muskies against the Otterbein Cardinals.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner's so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Todd's a great guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
freshman of the
look
year,
at him.
That's something to get your
What
freshman year of
a
college. Just out of high
sweetheart.
school, trying to reacclimate yourself to
Attaboy.
college life. You know, it's hard. It really
Wait,
is. And to get named
Todd,
freshman of the year, that's
what
a
are you
huge honor.
doing?
Yeah, it's
How
really
totally selfish and
how
un-Todd-like of you.
How important Jarrell was to
Come
this
on,
team,
Todd.
How devastating.
Come
it was.
on, man.
Tragedy, but he is
Yeah.
gone, but not forgotten to this team, not one bit. And looking forward to the game tonight here, Charles. He's going to be on everybody's minds, you would have to think, that are putting on a Muskies jersey.
Yeah, no, he's really, like you said, not forgotten. I mean, he was a really great player for this team. And to come out and be recognized at Senior Day, that is amazing. It really is, and I'm looking forward to seeing him.
So when it comes out to these seniors, not only are they playing for themselves, but you have to think they're playing with that love in their heart that they had for Jarrell. Of course, a little bit maybe extra motivation today, Charles.
Yeah.
Besides it just being Senior Day, besides we've talked about all the playoff implications, but sports is a powerful thing, and especially when struck with tragedy, where you get some very, very interesting happenings to become of that. So it's going to be really interesting to see just what the Muskies can make of this, and the opportunity they're given to be able to come out, represent their families, everyone that has helped them up to this point,
Right.
fallen teammates, their coaches. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one to see.
It will be, and it'll be kind of sad too. We're letting these great players go, and it's going to be really emotional for their families, the coach, the team, everyone involved.
Exactly. You're going to be seeing players out there playing with heavy hearts today.
Yes,
As,
you will.
Like we said, a lot of implications, a lot of stuff resting on this game.
Yeah.
Now, looking for who's going to have an impact on this game. We've gone over impact players just recently, but for those just tuning in, Devon Pert, a senior, he's going to be very vital to this team. He has been filling the role that Marcus Dempsey had.
Right.
And when it comes to the Otterbein Cardinals, it looks like it's going to be Jay Joseph who's going to be leading the charge for them. He averages 15.9 points per game. He's really a force to be reckoned with when it comes to offense, Charles.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's really great at offense. We're going to look forward to seeing him out there and what he can do on this game and in this team.
So right now we are going to let you listen in on the national anthem here at the ANC Steele Center during pregame. And with that, we are just about getting ready for player introductions here on WMCO 90.7 The Orbit. I am Andrew Price alongside Charles Herman with sideline reporter Michael Pagano. And Charles, as we look forward to the game we're getting here tonight at the NC Steele Center, fans are starting to file in.
Yep.
It's going to be a really raucous crowd, you would imagine, a lot lying on this game. And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good one. It's going to be competitive. These are two teams. They're not at the top of the conference. They're actually fighting tooth and nail here to see who can get into the playoffs in that last playoff spot. But we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, Andrew. Absolutely. I mean, it's all a game of kind of about chance, but also work ethic. Like, you really got to go out there and fight for what you want, and I think that's what we're going to see from both teams tonight.
So as they prepare the home introductions, it's going to be interesting to see just what Muskingum decides to roll with here on Senior Day.
Right.
But nevertheless, we are going to be treated to a great effort here. You know, every time that Devon Pert steps on that floor, he's going to be giving you something, whether it's defense, whether it's passing, whether it's shooting. And there he is with his name announced as the first one off the bench to start, Devon Pert.
It's awesome. I mean, it's going to be interesting. We love Devon, so.
So Jalen Page is going to be the next announced starter. Jalen Page, Devon Pert has called him the smartest player he's ever played with. That's pretty high praise from a player like Devon Pert, who's definitely been around. He's a senior, obviously, and that type of reputation, such a smart player, he's going to be vital to the Muskies today.
Right. Yeah, no, he will be. There'll be a lot of vital players, and he'll definitely be in the top three, top wherever. Like, there are a lot of players who we're going to be looking out for today.
Peoples and Keys are going to round out the starting lineup. The Muskies announcing to go with 4 players. I think we can all allude to why this is. It seems as though there's going to be a nice bit of respect played there to the one they called Agent Zero, Jarrell Marsh. Again, the Muskies deciding to roll with 4 starters out there against the Otterbein Cardinals. There will be a violation that takes place shortly after the tip-off here. And for the Muskies, of course, everybody applauding. And there checking in will be Tyler Bardall, a great sign of respect there from the Muskies to honor their fallen teammate, Jarrell Marsh. A great, great gesture there by Muskingum.
Yeah, definitely.
So
it's really sad what happened,
So Hunter Dennison's going to have the ball here for Otterbein. He's going to be at the top of the key. He's going to swing it. That's number 33. That's Jay Joseph. It's going to be swung back out to Joseph. Joseph for 3. No good. And that's going to be Pert with the ball. Rebound's going to be given to Jalen Page. Coming up the left side of the court. Going to cross over onto the right wing. Keys has the top of the key to Pert on the left wing. Keys, top of the key to Bardall. Swinging it all the way across. Going to be to Page. They're playing the perimeter right now, are the Muskies. Pert has the ball. Foul line extended, and he's going to turn that ball over. Going the other way with it's going to be number 12, Nick Kuntz. Kuntz has the ball near midcourt. People's going to spot up on Kuntz. Kuntz going to kick it to the wing, but that's going to be number 10, Kobe Long-Weber with the ball. He's going to kick it in to Jay Joseph, who takes it in. It's going to be a travel. So Joseph with the early travel, that's something you want to see here if you're the Muskies.
Yeah, it is, but also you don't want to see what happened in the first, 10 seconds or 5 seconds of that game where the Muskies just kind of gave it to the other team. You don't want to see all that. You want to see great play, not turnover this game. That's really going to be important, and that'll define who wins.
Exactly. So now Pert's going to have the ball. Go to the foul line. He's going to kick it back out to Peoples. Peoples makes a man miss. He's going to shoot, and he's going to make it. Jason Peoples starting it out early here.
That was a great shot. That was a great shot.
With 18:44, the Muskies lead by 2. It's 2-0 Muskies. Long-Weber's going to have the ball here for the Cardinals. Top of the key, 3. No good. Rebounded by the Cardinals. It's going to be Kuntz with the rebound. Driving in, that's going to be number 23, Justin Carter. Carter with a big 3 fadeaway. It's not going to be good from the corner. Pert's going to have the ball, bringing it up for the Muskies. Pert's going to drive in, hacking, slashing all the way through, and he's going to lay it in. Another great play by the Muskies to get one to go. So now, Cardinals going to push the pace here. It's going to be Kuntz with the ball. Kuntz to the foul line. Deflected by Page, and he's going to go the other way. Page all alone. He's going to lay it up and in. It's a 6-0 lead for the Muskies here with 18 minutes remaining. Great job.
That was nice. That was some great hustle, man. That was some nice work on the offensive end and defensive end to get that ball back. That was some nice work.
You have to give it up to the Muskies there. And Charles, can you imagine a better start for this team?
I cannot. I mean, my goodness, that was a great play, and it's 6-0 Muskies. Man, that is a great start. Now, I'm not going to jinx it, though. I really don't want to see that start go to waste. I really don't.
Yeah, it sure would be a shame to see that great start go to waste, Charles. They really did a great job. Both teams not shying away from really pushing the tempo of this game early on. So it's going to be interesting to see just what the Muskies decide to do here. Now, as they spot up on defense, of course, the Otterbein Cardinals going to get the ball out of the timeout. It's going to be Dennison bringing the ball up. He's going to kick it to Long Weber on the right wing. It's going to be down low on the block. This is Joseph. Joseph with a finesse move underneath. They're going to call a shooting foul here. Carter's going to go to the line. Carter was trying to lay that ball up and under, but it was not going to go as they do call the foul.
Yeah, that's, if you're the Muskies, you're not really happy about that right now.
Yeah, Bardal, foul's called on Bardal. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's too close into the game. I mean, really, you don't want that too early in the game. You don't really want fouls at all, but I wouldn't do it until the last couple minutes so that, you know, you kind of slow down the tempo. But never shooting fouls, never.
So Carter splits the free throws, 1 for 2. And it's going to be Page with the rebound. He's going to bring it up for the Muskies. Bardal has it. It's going to be to Pert now. Pert's driving baseline. Pert blocked at the rim. It looked like by Kuntz. And Kuntz is going to have the ball. He's going to kick it to Long Weber in transition.
That's a good block, though. That's a good block by Kuntz.
So right now, Long Weber has the ball. He's turned around at the key. He's going to be kicked underneath. That's going to be Justin Carter. Carter kicks it out to Jay Joseph. Long Weber with a deep three, and he makes it.
Wow, that's some Steph Curry right there.
A deep three from Kobe Long Weber has the Cardinals now just down by 2. It's 6-4 Muskies with about 17 remaining in the first half. So right now it's going to be Keys, top of the three-point line. Bardal, top of the key. He's going to kick it to Page. Page with the overlap. Now it's going to be Peoples. Peoples driving in on the elbow. He's not going to get it to go. Keys underneath, gets to the ball, and he's going to lay it up and in. Brandon Keys. What a play by Keys to be able to just lay that ball up and in on the turnaround.
Yeah, no, that is some nice moves right there. Some nice offensive end.
So Dennison with the ball. He's going to kick it down low to Carter. Dennison has the ball. He's going to kick it down to Carter again. Peoples with the help defense. He's going to have to go back to Dennison now. Dennison driving in, kicking it out. It's going to be Jay Joseph. Back out to Carter. It's going to be Carter with an elbow shot, but he's going to make it.
Wow.
Muskies lead 8-6 right now over the Otterbein Cardinals with 16:15 left to go in the first half. And Mitch Clark's getting ready to check in for the Muskingum Fighting Muskies. Pert's going to have the ball here. Driving in near the elbow. Kicking it back out to Peoples. Peoples from the top of the key. Back iron it out. And it's going to be rebounded here by the Otterbein Cardinals.
Mitch Clark check in. That's going to be interesting. Like we were talking about, his brother's on the opposing team. It's going to be really emotional for him. But Mitch, just keep your emotions in check and it'll be all right, right? I mean, that's all we can ask.
Kobe Long Weber gets a three to not go here, but Tyler Bardal, pump fake and shot for the Muskies. That one's off. It's going to be rebounded by Dennison for the Cardinals. Dennison's going to be pushing the pace here. Once again, Otterbein not shy about doing this. Dennison's got the ball. He kicks it out to Long Weber on the wing. Back to Dennison. A lot of give and go here. It's going to be Carter on the wing. Down low to Jay Joseph, who's going to try to go baseline. He's blocked from behind. Brandon Keys comes out of nowhere for that block.
That's some stuff. I mean, 3 Muskies just were up on him. That's some tough defense, man. That's some tough defense.
So with 15 minutes to go, Bardal here. Shot from the corner. He gets it. That's a TB shot. Good job by Tyler Bardal to be able to make that one from the corner. A step in from the three-point line. He's got the Muskies lead back up to 4. 10-6 Muskies with 15 minutes left. It's going to be a timeout. Charles, the Muskies continuing some hot offense here right off the bat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that last little move just proved it right there. They kind of not ganged up, but they're 3 up on that guy. And they just got that ball, moved it down the court, got a shot, and took a timeout. That is some tough basketball. That is what we need.
No, that was a great job. It was a great block by Keys and a great job from the Muskies in transition to be able to know where to go with that ball and just exactly what to do with it.
Oh, definitely.
Checking in for the Muskies here, it's going to be Mitch Clark and Carson Carter. Trey Singleton's going to see some action too here. So 3 new Muskies on the court. And checking in for the Otterbein Cardinals, that's going to be number 22, Maurice Beavers. So now Dennison's going to have the ball at midcourt for the Cardinals. Long Weber's going to kick it down. It's going to be Jay Joseph. Clark on him. It's going to be kicked now to Beavers, who's going to kick it back now. Also recently checking in, Austin Springer. Dennison. It's down to Joseph. Joseph with a fadeaway. Off the iron and into the hands of Devon Pert, and the Muskies are going to go the other way with the ball. Pert's going to lead the charge here. He's going to be overlapped by Singleton. Singleton's going the perimeter.
That's some
Carter
great
drives. Carter drives in underneath, near the restricted area, kicking it back out to Pert.
Wow.
Pert's going to go try to drive baseline. He's going to get shut down, but he's going to just pull up and put it in. Devon Pert, another great shot here for the Muskies, and the Otterbein Cardinals coming back with some pace. It's going to be Dennison. Dennison on the right wing. He's going to give to Beavers. Beavers at the elbow. Nice move by Beavers, and that ball is going to be spiked out of bounds. Mitch Clark, standing out of bounds, decides to receive the ball. Clark with a wry smile just decides to hand that ball back to the referee. He knows just poor placement there. Nothing you can really do if you're Mitchell Clark.
Yeah, and when the Muskies were on their end of the court, that's some tough ball movement. I mean, that's some fast-paced ball movement, and they got soft, and now it's 12-6 Muskies, so that's awesome. But poor judgment by Mitch Clark right there. That's not a place you want to be.
So right now it's going to be Cardinal basketball. Cardinals at the top of the elbow. That's going to be Beavers down deep. It's going to be a basket and one. A great use of strength there by Maurice Beavers as he drives in on Carson Carter and tosses him aside there. A great job by Beavers. So Beavers going to get an extra free throw here, trying to notch another point onto what would be a 3-point play. With 13:50 remaining in the game, the Muskies are right now leading 12-9 with that made free throw. So Singleton's going to have the ball here for the Muskies going past midcourt. They're setting up down low. Singleton calling for the screen from Mitch Clark. Clark's going to give it to him. Clark flashes towards the basket. It's going to be kicked to Carter, though, and Pert's going to have the ball in the corner. Pert driving baseline. Pert up and under. It's going to be a foul. And a great job by Pert to once again contort his body. We've seen this over and over. A great job by him to be able to just flash his hands past the defender and get a shot off and draw the foul at the same time, Charles.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's some tough movement right there just to be able to draw that foul. And let's see if he gets it. And he does. All right.
So Pert making the free throw. Checking in for lead scorer Jay Joseph of Otterbein. It's going to be number 30. Oh, no, excuse me, number 20. That's Reed Black.
And he made both of them. That's really something. 14-9 Muskies. I mean, that's a great lead so far.
So Reed is going to be the one giving this ball to Dennison. Hunter Dennison, 5'10" guard out of Newark, has the ball. He's going to kick it to the wing here. It's going to be number 35, Austin Springer. He's going to drive baseline, but it's going to be a blocking foul on the Muskies. Clark's got his hands in the air. It looks like it's going to be on him. No, it's going to actually be on MJ Smith. So Mitch Clark, rightfully so, having his hands in the air. Foul was not on him. It's on MJ Smith. So right now, it's going to be Beavers at the top of the key. He's going to drive on Carter. Spin move, up and in.
Wow, that was a nice spin move. I do have to say that. That was some nice spin move.
a nice effort by Beavers. Has the lead for the Muskies down to 3 points. It's 14-11 Muskies here with 13 minutes left. MJ Smith going to give it to Singleton on the overlap. Singleton from the elbow, in and out. And that ball, clanging off of a couple of arms there for the Otterbein Cardinals. It's going to be the Muskies ball underneath the basket.
That's what I like to see.
Seems like a little bit of miscommunication there on that rebound, Charles, as two guys on the same team clashed into each other.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that happens. That does happen. But we got to try and keep that miscommunication down to a minimum, right? We really do. I mean, that's just not great ball movement with miscommunication on the court. So Smith and Clark both getting a shot at a three-pointer there off that inbound. Neither of them being good. It's going to be Dennison with the ball here at the top of the key for the Cardinals on offense. He's going to be
guarded by Carter on the switch. Page and Carter switch back. Dennison drives to the baseline. He's going to be stopped. Right back out here. It's going to be number 23, Justin Carter, for the Cardinals. For that three-pointer, that's going to be Austin Springer. A three-point made for the Otterbein Cardinals. Notches this game square at 14 with 12:15 left in the first half. So Jalen Page is going to have the ball. He's going to give it to Mitch Clark, top of the key. Clark's waiting for something to happen here. Carter kicks to Page. Page is going to be drawing a foul here. That's going to be on Dennison. It's going to be a blocking foul. So nice job of Page to realize where exactly he was on the court. Again, Pert, like we say, he regards Page as one of the smartest players he's ever played with. And you can see it right there. It was a smart offensive move to draw that foul.
It was. It was really smart.
Stepping here for the Otterbein Cardinals right now, it's going to be number 12, Nick Kuntz, coming back into the game. Kuntz is going to be on MJ Smith in the corner. Smith kicks to Page at the top of the key. Page is going to step into one. It's going to be no good. It's rebounded there. It's going to be number 20, Reed Black, with the rebound. And Otterbein's going to push the tempo in transition once again, as that ball is going to be mishandled by the Otterbein Cardinals. Last off of the hands of Beavers, and you can't have that if you're Otterbein in a close game like this.
No, you cannot. I mean, Otterbein really should have let that one go, and someone from Muskingum should have just ran back. But what can you do? I mean, it's all right. It is what it is.
So MJ Smith's going to have the ball here on the left wing. He's going to look down for Mitch Clark. In fact, he's going to actually swing it up to Trey Singleton. Trey Singleton on the overlap here. He's going to have the ball in the corner. He's going to look down for Clark down low. He's got a man all over him. Clark double teamed. Back out to Singleton, who spots up for three. Singleton's three is short. It's going to be rebounded by number 35, Austin Springer, who's going to take the ball in transition for Otterbein. Springer over the top there to Carter. And that's Justin Carter, excuse me. That's going to be a three for Otterbein Beavers, with a great three right in the face of a Muskie defender. Nothing much they can do there to guard that one. Page is going to have the ball here, top of the key. Page to the elbow. Page is going to swing it back out to Clark here, who's going to try to spin, spot up for a deuce, and he gets it. Mitchell Clark doing the double there. A nice little spin move into a jump shot. Great job.
Yeah, great job by
Cardinals moving quick here. They got it back down to the post here. It's Clark. Clark matched up with number 20, that's Reed Black, and Black draws the foul on Mitch Clark. Clark's not happy with it. He's going to let the official know. New squad out for the Muskies. It's going to contain Peoples, Bardal, and Brandon Keys. Carter and Clark are going to take a seat. So right there, it's going to be Carter on down low. And they're going to call an offensive foul. It's going to be interesting to see who this is on. It's going to be on number 23. That's Justin Carter they're going to call it on. An offensive foul there as Tyler Bardal of the Muskies saying he had his hands up. He did. That's why he's able to draw that foul. So Page is going to have the ball here on the inbound as the Muskies take the ball across midcourt. Page is going to have the ball to the right wing. He's going to feed it down to Brandon Keys. Brandon Keys trying to spot up here on Reed Black. Keys back to the basket, kicks it back out. It's going to be Page on the right wing. He gets doubled. He kicks it back down low to Keys. Keys with a pump fake, spin move. Keys up and out. No, in. That ball decided to go in. That ball decided to go in. It looked like the most unfriendly of bounces, but it falls in for Brandon Keys.
See, that is some talent right there. That is some talent. Or maybe it's just luck. I think it's a little bit of both, though.
Great ball movement here by the Otterbein Cardinals. As Reed Black has it down low, his shot's going to hit the back iron and be rebounded by Trey Singleton, though. And again, we can barely get a sentence in here before Otterbein decides to go back on offense here. Every time they get the ball, they're pushing the pace every time.
Yeah.
Bardal's going to have the ball on the left wing. He's going to kick it to Page on the overlap. Page to Bardal. Bardal, pump fake, shot, out, back iron. And if you're Tyler Bardal, you got to have that one. So right now, it's going to be swung over to Beavers on the left side for Otterbein, and he gets one to go.
And it's now 19-18 Otterbein, so Otterbein now has the lead with 8:56 left in the half, until half. So
So Trey Singleton now with the ball in the corner for the Muskies. Kicks it out to Keys on the wing. Keys trying to work this ball towards the middle of the court. He's just going to dribble it himself here. He's to the foul line. He gives it to Singleton. Singleton trying to slash through a couple people. Bardal on the three-point line. He pump fakes. He's going to drive in. Tries to get the pass. The referees are going to convene, and they're going to call that just an out of bounds there. Bardal felt he was fouled, but he's not going to get the call there, as sort of a blind pass there by Tyler Bardal leads to a turnover for the Muskies.
That's unfortunate. That really is.
So the ball's going to be inbounded here for the Cardinals, and they're going to casually take it up to midcourt. It's going to be Nick Kuntz with the ball. Kuntz waiting for some offense to develop here. Long Weber's going to get the ball here on the left wing. He's going to kick it down low to Carter. Justin Carter, up and in.
That was a nice pass, man. That really was.
Carter doing a great job down low to get that foul and get one to go. Trying to put
getting that in one, yeah.
The Otterbein Cardinals, pending this free throw, could go up by 4 points. Again, 8:20 left here in the first half. The Muskies are trailing. Now it's 18-22 with that made free throw.
And this is what happens. I mean, honestly, like the Muskies do, I love them, but they do tend to just let it go, and they really can't. We've got to get this game back. And it's only 4 points, so there's still hope, but we've got to get this one back. And we've got to play like we played for 10 minutes in this game. We've got to play that way the entire way through.
Yeah, Pert and Keys getting a chance there on offense with a putback. Neither of them getting one to go, and it's going to be Cardinal basketball down in the Muskies defensive end. Beavers with the shot from three on the right side. Beavers gets it to go. Number 22, Maurice Beavers out of Englewood.
Wow.
He's a sophomore, and he gets a nice three-pointer there.
Wow.
25-18. The Cardinals lead this game over the Muskies with 7:43 left. Now, Charles, the Muskies have to stiffen up on defense, you'd think, a little bit, because right now a couple big threes there from the Otterbein Cardinals have them trying to chase them now with 7:43 left to go in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, and the Cardinals are really putting on a show here in the NC Steele Center.
All right, so when it comes to what the Muskies need to do here to kind of stiffen up is it seems like they need to maybe get a hand in the face. They need to maybe close out more on defense. And right now we are going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Michael Pagano. Michael, what can you have for us from that timeout?
Yeah, guys, basically like you were just saying, Coach Schwab is not happy with his defense whatsoever. That was the main thing from that timeout was, hey, what happened to our defense? Why have we started letting all these easy shots and all these things come? So, yeah, so he just really wants his team to focus up and play better defense. So back to you guys.
Thanks, Michael. Great insight there. And, yeah, the defense has to be a focus right now if you're the Muskies, as the Otterbein Cardinals have this ball on the left wing. It's going to be Kuntz. Kuntz is going to kick this one to Beavers. Justin Carter is going to have the ball, backing down. Devon Pert tries the spin move, gets denied. Pert clawing for it down at the bottom of the floor, but Carter's going to come away with it and lay it up and in. It's going to be 27-18. The Cardinals lead over the Muskies here with just under 7 minutes remaining in the game. Miller also checked in for the Muskies, and it's going to be Miller who commits a foul.
Wow.
Right off of coming into the game. Coach Schwab not happy with that. Going to pull Cam Miller right out of the game off that timeout and put Mitch Clark back into it. Carson Carter is going to check back into the game here for Tyler Bardal. As Bardal and Miller both take a seat here for the Muskies, they're going to look for a new look almost immediately out of that timeout. So right now, it's going to be Dennison with the ball at midcourt for the Otterbein Cardinals. Dennison going to let some offense develop here as he kicks it now down to number 35, Austin Springer. Right there, it's going to be Justin Carter with the ball. Carter kicks it out. It's going to be swung now. Austin Springer rebounded now by number 33, Jay Joseph. A fight for the ball, and it's going to be Cardinal basketball.
I would say that was a fight. I mean, geez, it was going back and forth and back and forth.
Right there, Devon Pert immediately turning to the referee and feeling like he got pushed, but he's not going to get a call there, as it's now going to be kicked to Springer again. Springer's going to be switched to by Pert. They're going to kick it to the corner here. That's along Weber. Weber kicks it down low to Carter. Carter on the block here against his opposite Carter. Right there, that's Jay Joseph. He's going to miss on a three. A nice save there by Springer, but it's going to go right in the hands of Mitchell Clark. Oh, a great pass by Trey Singleton through everyone. That ball goes in and out off a three-point attempt for Devon Pert, and it's going to be the Cardinals going the other way. Dennison is going to give it to Joseph. It's going to be Carter stepping into a three and making it 30-18. The Otterbein Cardinals lead this game here with 5:40 left in the first half.
Come on, Muskies. You know, like, you guys were doing so well, and you guys still are, but, oh, and I misspoke. They just got a point there, so 30-20.
So right there, Trey Singleton making a spot-up basket, but Otterbein coming back almost immediately and making a layup of their own. Mitchell Clark now has this ball in the corner. Clark backing down Joseph. Clark continuing to back him down, driving towards the basket. They're going to call a foul on the floor. Joseph with his hands up saying, "Are you kidding me?" But Mitch Clark happy to accept that and get an inbound play for his team underneath. Singleton's going to be the one inbounding here as MJ Smith's going to check in for Devon Pert here. 5:11 to go in the first half. Muskies trail 32-20.
Yeah. All right, Mitch.
All right, so a great job there by Mitchell Clark. And now the Muskies are going to be cut open on defense here as Jay Joseph showing that scoring extraordinaire, able to get behind everybody just for an easy lay-in past the first line of defense there for Muskingum. And Singleton now is going to have the ball on the wing. He's going to kick it to Clark at the free throw line. Clark squares up, gives it to Carter. Carter gets that ball ripped away from him by Joseph, but it's going to go off of Joseph's leg out of bounds. Muskie's going to have it on the sideline here. 4:39 to go, trailing 34-22. So now Singleton's going to have this ball. Peoples going to get the ball here. No good on his three-point attempt from the wing. And the Cardinals are going to go the other way. Long Weber's going to have the ball. Long Weber kicks it back out to number 5, Dennison. Carter is going to swing it. It's going to be Springer in the corner. Springer's three is going to hit the back iron. It's going to be rebounded by MJ Smith for Muskingum, and they're going to have the ball going the other way with Singleton. Muskingum trying to push the pace themselves now. Singleton driving in on the left side. Kicks it right back out to Carter at the top of the key. Carter's at the free throw line. MJ Smith has it now on the right wing to the corner where Mitch Clark's going to get it. Clark going to the block, backing down Joseph. Joseph swats it away and says, "Get that out of here." So Long Weber kicks it to the corner now for Dennison. Thought about it. Now it's back to Long Weber, and that one's going to be off.
That was way off.
So Mitch Clark's going to have this ball in transition. A pass maybe just out of the reach there of Carson Carter. MJ Smith left open, and oh my.
Wow, that was a nice three-pointer.
A deep three there from MJ Smith.
Deep three.
A deep one there, and we are used to him doing that time and time again here for the Muskies. Whenever they need a deep three, it looks like they can turn to him.
It's back to single digits, so that's great.
The Muskies going to a zone here. As now the zone works. Trey Singleton seems to be free away with the ball, but he's going to get fouled.
Man.
So a great job there by the Muskies on defense to be able to fabricate a steal and a grab and go going the other way, forcing the foul even.
Most definitely. If you force a foul, that's a great thing. It's a great thing for your team. Just don't let people force a foul on you.
3:12 remaining in the first half, 34-25, the Cardinals lead. And right now it's going to be MG Smith on the corner, looking to his team for some help here. Mitch Clark is going to get it on the wing. Mitch Clark going to drive down to the restricted area, and he is fouled. So Mitch Clark is going to get fouled by, that's number 33, Jay Joseph. Jay Joseph's been all over him so far defensively in this first half. Mitchell Clark only having 2 points, and we only have 3 minutes to go in this first half. So Clark, 2 really important free throws. He's going to make that first one. Bardal and Pert are going to check back into the game for the Muskies. Jay Joseph going to be checking out of the game for Otterbein. He's going to be replaced by number 20. That's Reed Black. Clark gets that one to go too. So the Muskies now trailing by 6 points here late in the first half. As Dennison for Otterbein is going to swing that ball to number 12, Kuntz. Kuntz is going to drive in. Clark is going to have to defend Reed Black underneath. Clark all over the place. A great job underneath by, that's Reed Black, to lay that one off the square and in. Just a great job of pump faking and getting Mitch Clark up in the air. So Singleton's going to have the ball now. Gets it to Clark at the top. Clark, the overlap by MJ Smith denied. It's going to be interesting to see who they call this foul on. It's going to be on number 22, Maurice Beavers, who just recently checked in for Otterbein. Clark's going to come out in favor of Brandon Keys here, while MJ Smith's going to shoot some free throws. 2:24 left. So when you look at what the Muskies have been able to do here, it seems as though they just aren't being able to capitalize enough on defense and really force Otterbein into any tough situations.
Yeah, they really aren't, and they've really got to work on that. They've forced them into some, like they forced that foul, but they haven't really forced a hard foul or a hard play on Otterbein. And I think they really got to do that in order to not only get this lead up, but to win this game.
Exactly, so Dennison's going to have this ball now just crossing midcourt. He's going to kick it to Kuntz on the wing, and they're going to call an offensive foul. An offensive foul, it's going to be on Reed Black. They're going to call it a push. Seems like he pushed off of Brandon Keys. Keys called for the foul immediately as he felt he was intervened with. The refs, the ones wearing stripes, saw it the same way he did, and they called that foul. So now Singleton's going to have this ball on the left wing. Singleton crossing up his man. Takes a jump shot. It's not going to go, though. It's going to be Dennison with the rebound. Dennison for Otterbein, bringing it up the court. It's going to be Reed Black down in the paint. Kicks out to Beavers. Beavers with the pump fake. Pert all over him. This zone has been effective for the Muskies so far as they're going to stay in it. Bardal has to step to that shot by Justin Carter, but Carter makes it right over the outstretched hand of Tyler Bardal. So a great job there by Carter to get that one to go.
Yeah.
Devon Pert driving baseline. He's going to get blocked, but they're going to call a foul. So a great job there. Once again, Devon Pert, he's shifty. He knows how to get his body where he needs to get these fouls drawn. And he does so once again, trying to trim this lead from Otterbein with 1:30 to go. Otterbein leads 38-29 over the Muskies. So right now, if you're the Muskies, you hope to maybe just focus on closing out this half with some solid defense. Try to take your shots where you can get them, but just definitely have to reinforce the defense here to close out this half.
He could close out this gap in points, with this next free throw too, and he makes it. So now it's a 7-point differential. That's really important, and hopefully he can, the team can close out that gap within a minute and a half that's left. 1:23 seconds, 38-31, Otterbein. But yeah, we'll see what happens before the half.
And Dennison's going to get a timeout called for him right as he crosses midcourt. We're going to step aside here. You are listening to WMCO 90.7 Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie Sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner's so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary.
Half as Keys is going to be back down by Carter. Carter kicks it right back out. That's Dennison. Dennison's three won't go. They're going to call an offensive foul here. Looks like once again it might be on Reed Black. It is going to be on Black again. Another foul here in the last waning moments of this first half. And Charles, we talked about how they needed to reinforce the defense here down the stretch. Another great job there.
It was. And, I mean, all these free throws that the Muskies are taking, they've, I believe, gone 100%. Oh, well, I may have jinxed it, Andrew, because he just missed his first. But it's really important. Yeah. No, it's really important that they make these free throws. And he makes his second, so they're only really like 95 to 90%. But it's really important that they make those. That's really going to be a lot of their points, I think.
Yeah, we talked about all year. The Muskies have struggled with free throws for the most part. They do have some gems in that stat, but again, they do struggle as a whole with the free throws. So right now it's going to be Beavers driving in for the Cardinals with the pull-up. Jay, a great shot. And now the Cardinals do lead 40-32 here, 40 seconds left. Page is going to have the ball for the Muskies, trying to salvage some points here. Pert's going to have the ball in the overlap. He's at the free throw line. It's going to be Singleton on the overlap, giving it to Page. Page is on the left wing. Calls for the screen. That's going to be Keys with the screen. Pert's going to have the ball driving in now. Kicks it back out to Page. Page at the free throw line. He gets one to go. Shot clock's going to be turned off here. 18 seconds to go in the half. Otterbein's going to likely hold it for the last shot. Beavers gets this ball near midcourt. It's going to be spotted up by Devon Pert. Little one-on-one showdown here. Pert sticks with him defensively, gets the block. It's ripped down by Keys. Singleton with 2 seconds left. He's going to pull it from half court off the rim. Oh,
that almost went. I mean, that could have went in very easily.
Yep, that was a really close one.
That was a really close one from half court.
Yep, Trey Singleton almost getting that one to go. And my, oh my, was it close. But momentarily, we are going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Michael Pagano, with Coach Schwab. Michael and Coach, what do you guys have?
Hey guys, so here with Coach Schwab. So, Coach, defense was a little bit of a struggle for the team. What's your message going into the second half for your team defensively?
We just got to get back to fundamentals. You know, defense comes down to a little bit of toughness, and they shot the ball in that half. Defense wasn't horrible, but we can still be better.
And then how nice was it to see your team offensively make a little bit of a late push there? You get that last steal. How nice was that to see?
Hey, that's what we talk about. I mean, this is a long game. We got to take pride in every possession, and I thought the guys did a nice job there.
All right, thank you, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Michael. Once again, the Otterbein Cardinals leading over the Muskingum Fighting Muskies 40-34 here. That was the first half. You are listening to WMCO 90.7, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV. This is your home for Muskie Sports. Keep it here for second half action after the halftime.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
was a real. We expected a close game, and I think I don't think we've been disappointed at all.
We haven't.
It's been both teams really clawing tooth and nail at each other, trying to get one up over the other, because, like we said, this game is very important for OAC conference implications.
Yes, and we saw at the beginning it was the Muskies, and then Otterbein took over. And honestly, Muskingum is probably going to come back after the half. I just can feel it in my bones. You know how they say, I can feel it in my bones. They're going to come out after halftime with a lot more strategy and a lot more will to this game. So,
Charles, when it comes to statistically speaking, we expected Long Weber and Singleton really to be stars here from the three-point line. When it comes to each of them, they haven't really lit the three-point line up yet. Singleton's 0 for 1, and Long Weber's 1 for 4. So two guys that are leading this conference among the top 5. Singleton's actually in first. Leading this conference in three-point percentage, you really expected them to be a little bit more consistent with threes, and maybe it might not be completely their doing, but these teams really have been right on top of each other defensively.
They have, and they've been both making some great defensive and offensive moves. We saw last quarter or last half, we saw Muskingum basically force a foul on Otterbein to get the ball back. So we've seen some fight in both teams, and I think that's really important. But what's really going to be important is that Muskingum comes back and keeps forcing those fouls on Otterbein.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting, Charles, to see what they're able to do here in this second half. But I really expect, Charles, that these teams are really going to maybe slow the game down, because Otterbein really came out trying to push the pace. Maybe they'll continue to do so, but you can't imagine these teams are going to be able to push this pace all game long.
No, and I was going to mention that last half. I mean, you can't. I play basketball. Like, it's hard to be in there for 10 minutes. I mean, you can't push the pace for 40 minutes for a game, the entire game. It just can't happen. Like, your good players are going to get tired. So you really want to keep that tempo up, but also kind of reserve your energy.
Yeah, Charles, it's going to be really interesting to see just what they decide to go with. I personally would feel like like I said, there is no way they can keep up this pace. Maybe there is. Maybe they're going to have some more faces come into the game for both sides. We didn't see a lot of Brandon Keys. We saw a decent bit, but I would expect senior day, all the momentum here. You would expect Brandon Keys to maybe see a little bit of a bigger role here in that second half if they need a stronger center down low. Like we said, he played very well against Wilmington. He was huge for the Muskies, and he was a main reason they were in that game all the way until the end, where they did drop it by 2 points.
Yeah, that was super unfortunate. I was reading that as I was on there at WMCO, and that was just super unfortunate. I was like, wow, 2 points, how can you let that go? But, I mean, it's hard to let go, but it's senior day here. Let's get hyped. Let's get this game, and let's get a Muskingum win.
So with that, we are going to step aside here. You are listening to WMCO 90.7, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV. WMCO is your home for Muskie sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to the ANC Steele Center. I am Andrew Price alongside Charles Herman with sideline reporter Michael Pagano. And Charles, when it comes to what we can see the Muskies maybe changing in the second half, what do you think, what would the changes be that you would make?
I would have them make more fouls on Otterbein. I would have a better defensive strategy. I would definitely keep with zone, but I'd also try man-to-man. Man-to-man and zone both work really well, and they're effective. And I'd still try and pivot and do all that L cuts and V cuts that they should be doing this point in the game.
Yeah, Charles, you talk about the amount of offense and the types of offense the Muskingum's been playing here. They really do, it seems, to run on a motion offense. A lot of movement, a lot of just overlapping over and over. And eventually they do get that cut that seems to confuse somebody, or they drive baseline and give it to somebody like Devon Pert to go make something happen. So it'll be interesting to see if they stick to that and if they can find success with it coming down the stretch. But defensively, what do you think they need to do more? They did use that zone briefly in the first half, and it seemed to have some success.
It did, and I think continue the zone, definitely continue the zone, and just get your arms up in the faces of the players. Don't foul them. Just, get your hand on the ball. Try and, confuse them. Like, what the heck are you doing? Why are you here? Type thing. Confuse the heck out of them, and you might, get some decent defense.
Again, just to remind viewers, the Muskingum women's basketball team does face off against Otterbein at 3 p.m. So make sure to keep track of that game for the Muskingum women's team. Back to the game here, Charles. It's going to be interesting to see what the Muskingum Muskies can decide to do defensively. Like you said, they do need to get some hands up. I know in recent talks with Coach Schwab, he has preached to his team, you have to get a hand in their face. He talked
Don't be afraid.
With Michael before the end of the first half there. He did tell Michael he'd like to see his team get back to the fundamentals, and that maybe simply putting it, Otterbein's shots were the ones that fell. So maybe the Muskies get a little bit more fortunate with some bounces here, get some more shots to fall. Regardless, we are going to step aside here and then rejoin you for the second half here of the Muskies against the Otterbein Cardinals. You are listening to WMCO 90.7 on Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV. We are your home for Muskie Sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
I am Andrew Price alongside Charles Herman with sideline reporter Michael Pagano. That was Will Ford back in the studio. And we are here for the OAC clash between the Muskingum Fighting Muskies and the Otterbein Cardinals, getting ready for the second half here. The Otterbein Cardinals do lead 40-34 over the Muskies. And as the seconds tick down here and the teams break the huddles, Charles, you have to expect a really close second half, just like we got the first.
You will, and hopefully that closeness will be in the Muskies' favor. But either way, is senior day, is an emotional time for all, especially Mitch Clark and his brother. That's continuing to be emotional on the court. So, as the second half kicks off, right here at the NC Steele Center.
And maybe we will get to see Connor Clark check into this game for Otterbein, but he's yet to be seen. Still sitting with his shooting jersey on as Peoples kicks that ball over to Devon Pert on the wing. It's going to be Peoples now spotting up right inside the three-point line. Jason Peoples looking like the Peoples champ there with a step in from the three-point line. A nice basket here to cut the lead for Otterbein to only 4 points. Just inside the first minute of this second half here at the NC Steele Center. It's going to be Justin Carter for Otterbein. Bang, three from the corner. Great job to shoot through a pair of hands. Muskingum not able to rotate completely over in time, and he gets a look. Now it's going to be Page. Page kicks it to Keys on top. He's overlapped by Peoples, but he kicks to Pert. Pert with some dribble moves. He's going to drive left side. Kicks it to Bardall in the corner. Bardall, it's a TB3. Tyler Bardall.
Man.
Tyler Bardall with a great shot.
Yeah.
Back to a 4-point lead here for Otterbein.
That's getting my hopes up, man. That really is.
So Joseph's going to kick this one back out to Kuntz. Kuntz makes a great shot. Another three-pointer here in this game, and they're starting to try to shoot the lights out here. It's going to be Page. Page is going to give this ball to Pert. Pert's going to have this ball on the left wing. Pert, jab step inside. Underneath. Devon Pert misses the underneath shot. Tries to save it.
Whoa. And they sort of try and fight for it back, but they end up shooting it into the other team's hands. Not what Muskingum wanted.
So Jay Joseph's going to kick this one out to Dennison. Dennison's shot is not going to go in. It's going to hit off the iron and go out of bounds for a Muskingum Muskies inbound.
That's good for Muskingum. That really is.
So now, with 18:09 left in the second half, Muskies trailing 46-39 to the Otterbein Cardinals, and it's going to be really interesting to see just what they can do here. Brandon Keys underneath, though. He's going to get one to go. And this ball in transition by Otterbein is going to be passed out of bounds. So Otterbein leads 46-41 now with 17:51 left to go. It's going to be Peoples with the ball now on the three-point line. Gets some screens from teammates. He's going to get double-teamed, kicking it to Peoples.
That's a good move.
Keys down low. Keys going to kick it back out to Peoples. Peoples is going to set it out on top to Page to reset. A nice screen by Peoples. Kicks it back out, and Peoples gets the 3.
That's nice.
A nice 3 by Peoples here on Senior Day.
It's now 46-44 Otterbein. I mean, that's what I was talking about in halftime. We really got to pick up, and they did it. They listened. Are they listening to WMC in that locker room?
They might be, Charles. They might be, because right now they are rolling, making all the changes we suggested they do. Foul's going to be on the Muskies here, down on their own end. Otterbein's going to inbound this ball. Long Weber's going to kick this ball to Jay Joseph. Joseph's going to drive in. Foul's going to be on the floor, though. It's going to be against Muskingum. We're going to call Tyler Bardall with a grab. So Dennison's going to inbound it for Otterbein underneath the Muskies basket. Justin Carter's going to have this ball now off the inbound, top of the key. He's going to drive left. Bardall putting up a fight here on the left side under the basket. Carter just moved right around Tyler Bardall. Bardall not happy with that, felt that the offhand was used to push him out of the way, but
I wouldn't be happy.
Justin Carter doing a great job underneath the basket to get some points there for Otterbein. Extending their lead to 4. Bardall from 3. That one's off. It's going to hit back iron. Keys fighting for that rebound. And the referee's calling a push on Brandon Keys.
Did you see that push, Andrew? I did not see that.
The crowd not liking it here. Charles.
I didn't even see that happen. I really didn't.
Keys will take a seat, though, in hopes that he will not be accumulating too many fouls early on here.
Yeah.
And Mitch Clark's going to check back into the game.
We need to keep Keys, fouls short because we really need him to be in the game as much as possible.
So it's going to be worked around the perimeter here by Otterbein. Dennison with an open 3 from the corner. He makes it. Otterbein leads 51-44 over the Muskies right now with 16 minutes left to go in this game. And this is Jalen Page at the top of the key looking for the screen from Mitch Clark. Pert has Long Weber on him. Pert's going to drive to the basket with its offhand. He can't lay it in. Otterbein in transition. It's going to be Kuntz. Kuntz holds up the play, though, near the volleyball line. Passes it to the left side here on the wing. It's going to be given back to Justin Carter. Back to Kuntz at the top.
Come on.
Screen coming from Jay Joseph. Shrugs it off. Long Weber down to Joseph underneath. Joseph fighting with Peoples down there. And 2 Muskies. That was Mitch Clark.
That was a fight. That was a fight. And
Mitch Clark with the help defense wins a foul.
Yes.
I
agree with that.
It seemed like the Otterbein Cardinals had a nice fighting rebound there and a nice putback, but they do call the foul. Charles, what do you think of that one?
I think that was amazing. I think that both teams fought to the tooth and through the nail on that one. And the refs were just on the right side of it. That's what I think. No, but seriously, it was a great foul. It really was.
So Devon Pert's going to have it down.
Ooh.
Devon Pert. As Long Weber went down, Pert took a second to stare. Took a second to stare at him before he laid that one in. And Dennison's going to have the ball now driving in. And it's going to be rebounded by Mitchell Clark. That shot was well short by Dennison on a pretty close look. Down to Mitch Clark now on the block. Mitch Clark guarded by Jay Joseph. Clark mishandles the ball but gets it back. Clark kicks it out to Peoples, who swings at the Singleton top of the key. Peoples on the wing. Peoples 3, it's good! A great 3 by Jason Peoples, a timely one at that, as with about 14 and a half minutes remaining here in the second half. Muskies only trail by a basket now. 51-49 lead Otterbein. And a 3 right back.
I think he spoke too soon.
Justin Carter shooting that one right over Mitchell Clark. And yes, I agree. We did speak too soon there.
Yes.
A great answer from Otterbein. Singleton kicks that one. Left side. Peoples swings it down to Mitch Clark. He's got it down low. He's trying to back down Joseph again. Clark with a turnaround. That one's well off.
Whoa.
Too far. And Bardall fought for it with Carter. Gets swatted out of bounds. The ref's deemed by Carter. Muskie's going to have the ball under the Otterbein basket. 14 minutes to go in this second half. 54-49 the Cardinals lead. Singleton going over his options here. Can't find anyone. Singleton needing to get it in. He does get it into Peoples. Almost a 5-second call there for the Muskies. Peoples trying to ball handle around Long Weber. Peoples layup won't go. Ooh. And it's rebounded. That's Austin Springer, number 35 there from Otterbein.
You know, when we said
Springer
they might slow the pace down, they aren't. They really aren't. Both teams, they're not slowing the pace down.
So right now, number 22, Maurice Beavers, he has the ball top of the key. He's going to try to drive. He's going to kick it back out, though, right wing. This is Springer. Springer drives right through the Muskies defense and lays it up with one hand right across that back line of Muskingum.
Wow.
And Devon Pert taking it himself, calling his own number in and out, but he gets his own rebound. Devon Pert's going to be called for a double dribble there as the ball got knocked around on the ground.
Dang.
Pert's going to plead his case with the referee, but
that was hard. That was hard for if you're Devon Pert. That's a hard foul to get. I mean, double dribble isn't a joke. That's tough.
So a tough one there for Devon Pert, as it seemed like he did get a bucket back for Muskingum, but will not be the case. So Singleton now. He's going to be on. He's going to have to switch on Beavers. Otterbein has the ball here. They're swinging to the perimeter. Right there, that's Long Weber. Again, he's leading that team in three-point percentage, but he's off on another one. Here's Page going to bring it across midcourt for the Muskies. Mitch Clark screen at the top. Page still with the ball. Swings it back to Carson Carter, who kicks it down low to a wide-open Jalen Page. Couldn't handle the pass. Carter's going to have this ball now. Going to try to drive middle of the court. Kicks it back out to Singleton. Another overlap. Singleton left-handed up and out.
Oh, man.
Oh, it was a close one from Singleton. A nice play there from Muskingum. Dennison from the corner, though, in transition for Otterbein. Back iron. Page has the ball for Muskingum. Man, this Otterbein team moves very fast on offense.
They do.
They love to take advantage of some transition.
They love it.
Page getting doubled at the top. Beavers left his man for a second. That was Carter. He was open underneath. Mitch Clark has the ball. He kicks it to Carter. Page has the ball left wing, looking inside. Kicks it to Mitch Clark. A deep three from Mitchell Clark, but it's short. Hits the front iron. It's going to be rebounded by Beavers. Beavers calling for that timeout immediately. And Charles, the Muskingum Muskies, having a little bit of a run there, but not being able to completely take the game back into their hands.
No, and it's 56-49. That's not something I was looking forward to saying on the air. But, you know, I mean, they can still pull it back. They have 11:56. They're in a timeout. Maybe Coach Rob will talk some sense into them, get them back on the court, get them to do more man-to-man, get them to do what they did in the beginning of this half, and then they can win.
Yeah, it seems like they kind of got away from what they did in the first half there. They were playing this game really tight, and they were really just struggling overall. They weren't struggling overall with defense. Now it seems as though Otterbein kind of has their number back to the transition points that we've been accustomed to them getting throughout that first half.
Right. Yeah, and it can't continue. It really can't. Coach Rob has got to, I mean, Coach can't play for them. They play for themselves. So they really got to man up. And, I mean, I'm not saying they're not, but they really got to pick up the pace a little bit on the shots. They really got to do that.
It seems like shot selection for the Muskies
is not the best.
No, it seems like they really do need to improve that.
Yes.
To get going here in the half. A lot of contested layups, but we are going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Michael Pagano, for some info about that timeout. Michael, what do you have?
Is Coach Schwab still not too happy with their defense? He's talking about staying down. He's talking about everybody's jumping and everything and just giving up a lot of easy shots. He's saying stay down on your man. And he's also sounded like he was talking about how he wants more communication. He was saying move people around, get some better shots. And, yeah, so Coach Schwab not too happy right now, but the Muskies now are down by 10, but they're still only down by 10. They're still in this game. But, yeah, Coach Schwab just trying to figure out where his players' heads are. So back to you guys.
Thanks, Michael. And like you said, a three-pointer there made from Otterbein puts the Muskies down 10 now. 59-49, Otterbein leads with 11:23 left to go in this half. Muskies have the ball, though, on offense. It's going to be M.J. Smith. M.J. Smith kicks it to Mitchell Clark. He's on the left wing. He kicks it to Carson Carter. He's going to try to drive. Carter spot up shot. He won't.
Nope.
He won't get it to go, but he gets his own rebound. A spin move by Carter, and he puts it in.
Hey!
What an incredible individual effort there by Carson Carter to really get that ball back, spin it, and then put it right back in.
And we saw one of those last half too, remember? I mean, we saw that, and some of these players got that in their system. They can do those spin moves, and those really help this team.
So great bit of defense there from Muskingum. Jalen Page had to really go hard against Carter on the other end, but it's going to be deemed out of bounds, and it's going to be Otterbein ball with 10:46 left to go. So right now, Otterbein inbounds this ball. It's going to be Carter top of the key. He takes a three, and he's going to get it in. Oh, that was a pretty shot there. Muskingum has to get a hand in their face, though, if they want to try to contest it.
Yeah, and isn't that what we've been talking about? I mean, they really got to get in their face, get in Otterbein's face, and really say, no, this is my court, this is my home court, and this is my turf. And it's senior day. We're going to get this win.
So Carter right now, a three will not go in here. It's going to hit back iron and be rebounded by Austin Springer. Springer kicks it back to Beavers. Top of the key. He's going to kick it down low to Carter. Carter on the opposite Carter here. Carson Carter from Muskingum. Justin Carter kicks it to the baseline where Black's going to swing it back out to Kuntz. Kuntz's three is going to be off, though, and Mitch Clark's going to get that rebound. Muskie's going to try to push the pace here, much like Otterbein did in the first half. Trey Singleton spot up three. No good. And Beavers going to get the rebound here. Oh, a behind-the-back attempt from Beavers, but Mitch Clark was Johnny on the spot there on defense to rip that one away from him.
Right time, right place.
And the Muskingum Muskies going to set right back up on offense. Trailing by 11 points here in this second half.
MJ Smith,
MJ Smith, deep three, in and out. That was a ringer there by MJ Smith that just did not want to fall. And right now, Otterbein, maybe a little bit unconventional for this game so far. They're going to slow this pace down. With the ball right now, it's going to be Springer. Springer off the screen from Carter. He's going to kick it back to Carter. Carter driving in. He gets blocked.
Wow.
And it's going to be a jump ball. A great effort there. The combination of effort from Mitch Clark and Carson Carter to really both hold on to that ball.
And it looks like a new rotation for the Muskies to come in.
Oh, the Muskies doing a lot of mass subbing here throughout this game. They really like to go full squads at a time. As now we're going to get to see Keys, Pert, Peoples, Page, and Bardal on the court.
And I think that's a really great setup. I really do. I think those players play well with each other, and they'll make something happen.
So immediately after getting subbed in there, Keys getting a quick foul.
Oh.
He's not happy. He's going to be seeing the bench almost immediately. Almost couldn't say his name to get back onto the court before he's taken right back off. Cam Miller's going to replace him. It's a shame.
That is a shame.
So right now, Justin Carter with the ball for Otterbein. Kicks to Beavers. Beavers going to drive in. Tries to spin at the free throw line. He's going to kick it right back out to Springer. Springer spot up three from the left side. It's back iron and out. And Pert's going to get the rebound for Muskingum.
All right, Pert.
With 8:50 to go here, Muskingum trying to narrow this deficit. Pert's going to drive in with his opposite hand, and he makes it. A great play.
That is a great play by Muskingum, by Pert. Ooh, it's awesome.
So Dennison now for Otterbein. He's going to kick it to Joseph on the wing. Jay Joseph, guarded by Tyler Bardal. Joseph's going to try to drive, kicks it right back out to Justin Carter. Cam Miller trying to deny him. Baseline, Jason Peoples spikes that ball away from him, and they're going to call that out on the Otterbein Cardinals. It's going to be Muskingum basketball. Great job by Peoples to see that backside and needing to pressure and stab that ball away. He does so and gets his team in possession because of it. Tyler Bardal, brief conversation with the ref there before passing that ball in, as Page is going to be the one bringing this past half court. Page is going to be having Joseph switched onto him. Cam Miller was open for a brief second. It's a miscue by Otterbein. Pert's got this ball. They're going to call a defensive foul here. Looks like it's going to be on Austin Springer of Otterbein. It's going to be his second on the night. With 8 minutes remaining here, Otterbein leads 62-53 over the Muskingum Fighting Muskies. Bardal's going to get this off the inbound play. He's going to kick it to Peoples, top of the key. Peoples kicks it down low to, that's Cam Miller. Cam Miller right on the edge of the restricted zone. He's going to try to turn. He gets blocked, and it's going to be a jump ball. Great job by Jay Joseph to force that jump ball, really just stuffing any attempt that Cam Miller would try to make. That was very similar, Charles, to what we saw Carson Carter and Mitch Clark do on the other end.
It was. It definitely was. And it's great what he did.
So Miller's going to get this ball off the inbound, kick it to Page. Page going to drive inside by everyone, and he's going to get that left hand. Nice little up and under there by Page with his left hand.
It's only a 6-point differential. I mean, it's 62-55 at the NC Steele Center with 7:38 left in this game. So see what happens. I mean, it's amazing.
So right now, it's going to be Jay Joseph on the wing here for Otterbein. Jay Joseph backing down Peoples. He's going to spin towards the middle. They're going to call it travel.
Man.
As we get into...
If you're Otterbein, that's not something you want. But if you're Muskingum, yeah, baby.
As we get to the, I don't know if you could say dog days, dog minutes of these OAC games, you can't have a turnover like that. Those are costly at this time.
Yep.
So going to be interesting to see how Otterbein can respond their next offensive possession. Purt's got the ball, kicks it to Bardal in the corner. Bardal is going to pump fake and drive. A miscue on the pass, but they're going to call a foul. The referee's looking in the direction of Jay Joseph. Jay Joseph just puts his hand on his head once again, just saying, are you kidding me? Cannot believe it.
At this point, he's thinking the refs are biased against him. I don't know. I think the refs call as they see it.
Jay Joseph, though, with his third foul, he's going to stay on the court. He thought he was going to be checking out, but the coach directing him to stay on the court as he's leading all men on the court with fouls right now at 3. Cam Miller, spot up 3. That's well short.
That was nice. So very smart pass.
Right out of the inbound play. Questionable shot there as Cam Miller decides to take one early, but Muskingum has to get back here on defense. Long Weber. Kobe Long Weber gets it down to Jay Joseph. Joseph's guarded by Bardal. He's trying to back down Bardal towards the paint. Dennison in the corner. He's going to kick it to Reed Black. Black's guarded by Cam Miller. Miller trying to stay set on him, and Miller does a great job on defense. He briefly left his feet, but a good job to stay with him, and that goes back to what Michael Pagano was talking about with Coach Schwab, telling guys to stay on their feet and stay in front.
Yes.
Devon Pert hacking, slashing his way through that Otterbein defense to get one up and in. A great job there. Great effort there by Devon Pert to get one off that backboard squaring in. So Dennison now, he's going to kick it up top to Reed Black. Black's going to kick it to Joseph on the left corner. It's going to be Bardal. Oh, the backside pass, beautiful, beautiful look there by Otterbein to find the backside pass. Joseph getting it to Black for an easy lay-in.
Yeah.
And with that, we are going to step aside here. You are listening to WMCO 90.7 Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV. We'll be back after this timeout here. This is your home for Muskie Sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
There's 6:03 to go in this OAC matchup between Otterbein and Muskingum. The Otterbein Cardinals lead 64-57 over the Fighting Muskies. But the Muskies right now talking it over in a timeout. And it's going to be really interesting to see how they come out after this, Charles, as it's a really pivotal part in this game. Down by 7 points. It's not too much. It's not too many.
It's not too much, and my high school coach said anything under 15 or under, you're still in this game. So really, you just got to think about it. Every new point is a new point. Nothing to it, and I think that's a really great time to take a timeout on the part of those teams. I think that's really important for them.
So we are going to swing it over to Michael Pagano, our sideline reporter. Michael, what can you tell us about the Muskies huddle in that timeout?
I did get was actually from Coach Putch, the assistant coach for the Fighting Muskies. He was just talking about how, hey guys, we've been in this position numerous times the whole entire year. Just keep believing in each other. Just keep believing that we can stay in this game. And I mean, it's very true. They're only down by 7 points with about 5 minutes to go. So, the coaches still believe it. They just need the players to believe they're still in this game here on Senior Day. So back to you guys.
And the friendly roll. Thank you, Michael. A friendly roll there for Jason Peoples as he gets that one to bounce in. Muskies now only down by 5 points here with about 5.5 remaining. So right now, oh, what a three-pointer. Right there, that's number 23, Justin Carter for Otterbein, stepping into a three from deep and answering that quick Muskingum basket. So now it's going to be Page kicking it to Peoples. Bardal in the corner, floats one over to Clark, who gives it right back to Tyler Bardal. What a combination! Mitchell Clark to Tyler Bardal. Mitch Clark and Tyler Bardal in sync completely on that one. A great little give and go.
5 points differential.
Great job by those two on the link up.
Keep doing that, and we're in this game to win it.
Dennison here for the Cardinals takes it down. His shot is not going to be on target.
Oh.
But Long Weber is going to pull up. It's blocked by Pert.
Oh.
And they are going to call. They're going to call an offensive foul. Oh, what an effort by Devon Pert.
What an effort by Muskingum as a whole. There are many different players involved in that. What an effort, man. That's amazing.
Devon Pert looking like he got shot out of a cannon on that one. Came out of absolutely nowhere to block that shot from behind.
That's just some hustle. That's pure hustle.
Chatting it up with Austin Springer right now is Pert getting ready for the Muskies to play offense as Page brings the ball up the court. Page going to give it to Pert. Page, dribble move. Going to look to spin inside. Tries to step through, and it's not going to go in, but Tyler Bardal! Bardal with another basket here from the Muskies. That's back-to-back.
That's what's up.
A great putback by Tyler Bardal. And, oh, a great defensive stance there at mid-court as Devon Pert, with the early pressure, almost stabs that one away.
I thought that was going to be a half-court violation for a minute.
Jay Joseph at the top of the key. He's going to be guarded by Mitch Clark. He's going to kick it. It's going to be Kuntz. Mitch Clark goes up and manhandles that rebound, rips it right down and gives it to Page for transition basketball for the Muskies. Muskies only down by 3 points here, 67-64. The Otterbein Cardinals lead. Pert goes in. He had a man. Pert had a man on top of him there when he tried to shoot that ball. No call. As the Cardinals are going to go the other way. Austin Springer. Mitch Clark with the help defense. It's going to be Page down low.
The NC Steele Center is full with anticipation of a Muskingum win.
It looks like Pert got a piece of the layup there from Otterbein. Nevertheless, the shot does not even hit the rim, and the Muskies are going to come away with that basketball once again. So another defensive stance there, and we're going to have another timeout.
That's really strategic, and I think that's important that Coach Schwab just took that timeout. That's important.
We are going to step aside, though, with 3:10 remaining in this game. The Otterbein Cardinals lead 64-67. You are listening to WMCO 90.7, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie Sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
NC Steele Center, I'm Andrew Price alongside Charles Herman and our sideline reporter tonight, Michael Pagano. And Charles, the Muskies are still in this game here, 64-67. They are trailing, but it could be a great time here to recollect themselves and kind of make a last run here. We talked about how important that last run could be.
Most definitely, and they got 3:10 left, 67-64. I'm not very good at math, but I can tell that's 3 points. You know, that's really something that they really need to look. Look, it's 1 3-pointer or 2 2-pointers. They can get this. It's only 3:10 left. Don't let us down. That's what the fans here at the NC Steele Center are thinking in their heads right now.
So right now, off the timeout, Pert's going to have this ball on the wing from Muskingum. He's going to kick it back to Page. Page, spot up three, and it's not going to go in. Hit back iron and out. Pert pressuring the Otterbein team to almost throwing that one out of bounds. But Otterbein is going to control this ball and bring it up the court. That is going to be Nick Kuntz.
Just don't let them get a shot off, and you'll be fine, Muskingum.
So it's going to be Austin Springer. He's going to feed it down low. It's going to be Jay Joseph here for Otterbein. Back to the basket. Going to try to step through on Peoples. Not going to go in. Another tip play by Otterbein, and they're going to call a foul. Mitch Clark, you can tell from here, mouthing the words, "There's no way." But yes way, it is a foul on Mitch Clark in the eyes of the officials.
Wow. I did not see that. I mean, I saw a lot of stuff happen. I didn't see that.
Ticky-tack foul there to call out of the pile there on Muskingum, but it is going to be Justin Carter here underneath the basket again with the ball. He gets by Mitchell Clark, and he lays it up and under.
If you're Muskingum, you're not liking that.
They've been dominating underneath the basket all day, have Otterbein.
That's a nice reverse hand layup right there.
Bardal going to kick it right back down to Mitch Clark. They looked for a second like they were going to have another combination play, but Clark shrugs it off. Ball's tipped away, out of Clark's reach. And now Otterbein's going to get this ball back. It's going to be Beavers with the ball, bringing it past half court.
Now that is something, if you're Muskingum, you cannot do. You cannot give an easy turnover like that.
A minute 50 left in this game. Otterbein leads 69-64 over Muskingum. They do have the ball. This is Springer on the right wing. Springer, guarded by Bardal. Oh, a great effort by Devon Pert. Springer tosses the pass up.
Very nice.
And Devon Pert, it just becomes, he just out-jumps the offensive player, slaps it off of him, and then Muskingum's going to get this ball now. Vital possession here with a minute 38 left in this game. Muskingum needs 5 points to tie.
Very vital.
So Pert's going to have this ball. He's going to kick it to Mitchell Clark at the top of the key. Peoples going to have it now.
This could be life or death for Muskingum.
Clark short on the three, but that's going to be Jalen Page with the rebound, keeping this offensive possession alive for the Muskies. Otterbein face guarding every Muskie at the three-point line right now. Pert with the spin. Bardal with a great effort play to spike that one out volleyball style. Bardal gets it in the corner. He's going to swing it to Page up top. Swings it to Clark on the wing. Clark pump fake. Clark's going in. He's fouled. But they are not going to give that one a shooting foul. They're going to call it on the floor. So Mitch Clark, a Herculean effort towards that basket, does win a foul for his team. So the Muskies going to inbound here with 1:01 remaining on the clock. They trail by 5 here as the Otterbein Cardinals lead 69-64 over the Muskies.
Just be smart,
Mitch Clark, three, no good. Rebounded by Kuntz. Muskingum almost fighting back here to get that ball back. Page not able to do so. And it's going to be a timeout here for Muskingum. So with 51.2 left, the Muskies find themselves down by 5 points, Charles. They're going to need a defensive stance here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I like what I saw, and then they let go to 5 points or whatever. Like, that's not something that I was hoping to see. That's not something that the fans were hoping to see, especially on senior night. And so we're going to hope that maybe those two brothers can play this last minute. We haven't seen much of them at all, but we'll hope for at least that. At least unite the two brothers on the court for a picture or whatever, because, I mean, this could be a loss for Muskingum very easily.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see what these teams decide to do here going down the stretch, what personnel they decide to go with. But, again, Connor Clark has not gotten off the bench yet tonight. And we are going to set it down, though, as the teams break the huddle. Michael Pagano, what can you tell us about that last time out for Muskingum?
So Coach Schwab really just telling his team to be really aggressive, to go after the basketball. Obviously, only got 50 seconds left in the game. You're down by 5 points. You got to get the ball back. So, yeah, that's what he's saying. Just be very aggressive. Then he said if you don't have the – obviously, if you don't have the ball, you don't have the play, just foul them right away. So that's what they're thinking right now, just trying to be really aggressive and trying to get the ball. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Michael. And maybe we see the Muskingum Muskies here gamble on defense as Jason Peoples fouls immediately. It's going to be a foul on Peoples.
Yeah, and that's what we were told he was told to do. So that's a good foul.
He does foul Austin Springer. No free throws yet, excuse me, as they are not in the bonus.
which is a good thing. You don't want to be in the bonus and foul team. Oh, no.
So Springer going to check out of the game here. Long Weber is going to come back in. Oh, a great try to trap there from Muskingum, but they do not get the ball. It's a game of keep away right now if you're Otterbein. Otterbein getting fouled, though. That's Justin Carter. Carter had Long Weber in the corner there. We talked about how he's a three-point specialist. That could have potentially put this game away if he would have found him, Charles.
It could have. It really could have. And it could have blown this game into proportions I don't want to think about.
So with 41.9 left, Otterbein going to shoot some really critical free throws here. It could push this game to a three-possession game and seemingly make it out of reach here for the Muskies. But he does miss the first one. Misses it right off the bat, so the Muskies, with 40 seconds left, are down 5. Devon Pert is going to get fouled, though, driving. And pretty brave of Devon Pert there to just call his own number, drive right in, do what he's been doing all night, and be able to just force that foul call.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a shooting foul, though. They deem it was on the floor. So with the Muskies not being in the bonus either, they are just going to get possession back. They've got to move quickly here. There's got to be urgency. Baseline. Singleton kicks at the Bardal. Peoples up the top of the key, gets his man to jump. Oh, he gets stuffed. Kicks at the Bardal, over to Clark. Mitch Clark going to spot up. No, kicks it to, it's Devon Pert. Devon Pert gets blocked, but they're going to call a foul, and they're going to call a technical foul.
All right, well, it's still 69-64, Arbonne. So, I mean, I don't want to call it until it's 5 seconds left,
This is a huge call in the game to get that technical foul as well as the shooting foul.
Yes, and they have to make both. I cannot stress that enough.
Devon Pert's going to get one free throw here right off the bat for that technical foul. That shot's going to be in. Wow, what a smooth free throw.
That's smooth.
Shot he has.
Nothing but net.
Got to hope that he can continue to do that down the stretch of this game. He's going to get another free throw here. So
and nothing but net.
Another smooth one there from Devon Pert. 19.6 remaining.
And they need 3 points left.
He's going to shoot another shot as the players will now fill in the rebounding spaces. Muskingum does trail in this game by 3 points. Otterbein leading 69-66 over the Muskies with 19.6 left.
If you're Otterbein, you're hating this right now.
Pert getting another free throw to go.
2 points left. Can we do it? Can we do it?
That could be a very costly technical foul. It will be interesting to see just how big of a role that plays in this game, as we're going to get a timeout here. So before he gets to shoot this last free throw, Charles, what do you think? What
I'm happy.
If you have the ball in your hand with just the last possession here, if you can somehow get the ball back, if you're Muskingum, Charles, who do you put the ball in the hands of if you're trying to hit a game-winning shot, hypothetically?
Devon Pert. Devon Pert. I would definitely put it in the hands. Or whoever just shot those free throws. I'm not sure if his...
That's Devon.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Devon. You're right. So Devon Pert. Put in the name of Devon Pert. Devon Pert is Muskingum ball right now. He is the baller on this court. Put in his hands.
I agree. Devon Pert doing a great job here down the stretch to make some clutch free throws, ice in his veins. And he's going to be taking another one here after they break this timeout. Now, what's going to be interesting to see is how much pressure, if Muskingum is able to get the ball back, how much pressure are they going to put on Devon Pert? And maybe Otterbein's main goal here is to force the ball out of his hand and force somebody else to step up.
Yeah. If that happens, hopefully it'll be Jalen Page, Trey Singleton, one of those key players in the game who started out on the court today. And so we'll see if Devon makes that last free throw. And then there'll only be a 1 point differential if he does. So let's hope he does.
So Pert does get that last free throw to go.
Hey, I mean, it's like he's listening to me right now.
He is. He's doing exactly what he needs to do right now to let these Muskies have a chance in this game. Muskies going to try to trap. Muskies have to foul here if they don't get this ball, and they do so. 15.9 left on the clock. Otterbein leading this game 69-68. They will be shooting some free throws now. It is just a bonus, though, not a double bonus, so it will be a 1-and-1. Otterbein, last time they got a free throw, they did miss it right off the bat. So regardless,
we're hoping.
Regardless, hypothetically, both of these free throws are made. They will actually still only have a 1-possession lead. So right now, if you're Muskingum, you're hoping he misses one. You're hoping he maybe misses both by some odd chance.
Right.
Or if he misses the first one, obviously you can get the rebound, but it's crunch time here. Muskingum are going to need a little bit of luck and a little bit of execution on their side.
And love. Lots of love.
They are going to need something here to put them over the top, but with 15.9, timeout is called by Muskingum, maybe to draw a play up, just to make it clear what they are going to do here coming out with potentially a last possession of the game. Of course, against Wilmington, they had the opportunity to call a timeout, and they did turn the ball over, so maybe trying to shore up some problems they had in the Wilmington game and maybe something they can improve on. Maybe that's the reason for this timeout, Charles.
Yeah, no, and it's crunch time. It's 15.9 left. You know, it's crunch time for the Muskies, so I think a timeout is really beneficial for them, and I hope that they come out with some awesome strategies. I'm really looking forward to it.
So, Charles, the Muskies right now, 15.9 seconds remaining in the game.
Right.
Otterbein's going to be shooting Otterbein's going to be shooting a 1-and-1, and Muskingum, very important to note, they do have a timeout. So they do have one in their back pocket if they need it. You can't take them home with you, Charles. So if they do need it, you would expect them to use it immediately.
Yes.
If not, maybe advancing the ball past half court to line up a last-second shot. But here's the free throw. Free throw, no good. Mitch Clark gets the rebound for the Muskies. He's going to get it to Pert. 12 seconds remaining on the clock. They don't elect to go timeout. Pert drives. He's fouled. Pert gets his legs taken out from under him with 9.3 seconds left. He's going to be heading to the free throw line.
And that's what I wanted.
Oh, he's been a sure shot all day from the free throw line. Not who you want to see there.
But we can't speak too soon. We can't say that until it's sure because we do not want to jinx anything.
So a great job there from the Muskies regardless to be able to get this into this opportunity here. 9.3 seconds remaining. Muskies trailing by a point here. Otterbein up 69-68 late in the second half. 9.3 seconds remaining.
They've been really doing some good stuff out on the court today.
So right now, Pert, they have been doing a great job out on the court here to get themselves to this point.
Yes.
Pert with the free throw. Nothing
and
but
he
net.
makes it!
Woohoo! Nothing but net from Devon Pert.
And it's tied up in the NC Steele Center. Everyone's up in their seats there cheering. 69-69, 9.3 left with another free throw. Woo!
And Pert does get the second one to go. Muskingum up by 1 point.
9.3 left, a timeout, man.
Timeout by Otterbein. Can you really write this, Charles? I mean,
yeah.
Senior day, you cannot script this. Senior day.
You cannot.
The Muskies up by a point. 70-69, the Muskies lead with 9.3 seconds left. They're going to have to make a defensive stance here to win this game on Senior Day. It's going to be an incredible effort you would expect coming out of this timeout.
It's very emotional in the ANC still as Muskingum took that lead, and they have to come out of this timeout and block all the shots. You know, create fouls if they have to, but they cannot let Otterbein get another shot up.
No, exactly. However, another foul would put Otterbein at the line. Of course,
That's true.
They are functioning out of the bonus right now. But as we've seen, Otterbein very inconsistent from the free throw line to close out this half, not being able to make either of their last attempts. So you got to think some pressure is going to be there. Charles, this game, the implications on this game cannot be.
They cannot be anymore.
They just cannot be any
They
higher.
can't.
This is playoff basketball these teams are competing for right now. Muskingum narrowly over Otterbein. They have identical records with Muskingum owning the head-to-head right now. This game's going to go a long way to deciding who gets in the OAC tournament.
Yeah.
So Muskingum's going to set up defensively here. They're going to maybe force some pressure off the bat. They are going to press high, are the Muskies. They're going to try to not let Otterbein get too much set up here. 7 seconds left on the clock. It's Carter for Otterbein. He's going to drive left. Spots up for the shot. Off the rim. It's not going to be good. Time expires.
Hey!
Oh, my Muskies.
Oh, my gosh.
The Muskies with a great comeback win at the last second. Devon Pert, the catalyst.
69-70, the Muskies. They got this in the bag. Is the NC Steele say? You're listening, WMCO. That is some real basketball up here on senior day. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you cannot script a game like that. Devon Pert doing a great job of just staying in there defensively, coming out of nowhere when his team needed him on that defensive play. He ends up swatting that ball, getting a piece of it just enough to make that shot go. And now we're going to kick it down to Michael Pagano, who is with Travis Schwab of the Muskies. Michael?
Coach, awesome, awesome, awesome win. How good did that one feel?
You know, it's been a long time since we got a win. This one feels real good, real good.
So Devon Pert, he's got to be the player of the game. I mean, senior day, comes out, makes 6 huge free throws down the stretch. How proud are you of him?
You know what? I'm real proud of him. You know, he's like our whole team. We've been up and down, but for him to perform like that and make those big plays on senior day, I couldn't be more proud of him.
All right, thank you, Coach. Great job.
Thanks, guys.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Michael. Great job all night from the sideline. And with that, we are going to step aside here. Muskies end up prevailing. They are victorious over the Otterbein Cardinals, 70-69 on senior day here at the ANC Steele Center. We'll be back for postgame here. You are listening to WMCO 90.7, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV. We are your home for Muskie Sports. Thank you.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Steele Center. I'm Andrew Price. We've been with you all night. I'm alongside Charles Herman, and we had an awesome sideline performance there from Michael Pagano, getting all the info you need and the interviews we love. So, Charles, the Muskies.
Oh my God, my voice.
Some people going into they're the cardiac kids here. 70-69, they pull one out against Otterbein, a game that has huge OAC implications.
I can't believe it.
Now the Muskies own the head-to-head against Otterbein, and they're going to steer a game clear of them, now improving to 4-12 on the season. Otterbein's going to drop to 3-13. Charles, to just run back through that game from the beginning.
Oh my God! It started off with the Muskingum, having a lead, and then Otterbein having the lead for the majority of the game, and then out of nowhere, I don't know, from the sky, it just dropped like a bunch of snow. It just, they came back with a 70-69 lead. Like, I've never seen that happen in the OAC as much as I've been in Ohio, which has only been for about 6 months.
I tell you, Charles, this is one of the craziest games I've been a part of calling. It didn't seem good for the Muskies there towards the last few minutes of that game. They do battle back, and really, it's very fitting who leads that charge back. I'd say my player of the game has to go to Devon Pert.
Oh, definitely. I called it. I mean, and we both called it. We both said, look, Devon Pert, if it was a perfect game, Devon Pert would have gotten all of those free throws, which he did, and he would have gotten that ball back, which he did. So, yes, Devon Pert is this player of the game. And honestly, I was about to call it at 19 seconds. I reserved that for 5 seconds. I'm glad I did, because they came back with a 70-69 lead.
And Charles, we talked about this win, how important this is. It cannot be stressed enough. They're going to go, the Muskies are going to go up on Otterbein now by a game and own the head-to-head. So the Muskies now going to be 4-12 on the season, while Otterbein drops to 3-13. Of course, the top 8 teams do make it, and that's the last spot that they were just competing for. Of course, these teams have some business left to handle.
Yes.
Going towards the end of the season, but this was a huge game to decide that.
It was. And nonetheless, it was senior day. We had a packed gym here at the NC Steele. We had, those little cardboard heads. People were just holding them up. I was like, oh my goodness, I've never seen that before. It was just a riot here at the NC Steele.
My stat of the game right now has to go to the free throws attempted compared to the free throws made for Devon Pert. Charles, if I had to ask you, out of 10 free throws, how many do you think he made?
I think he made, honestly, 9, maybe even 10. I did not see him miss one single one.
You would be correct. Your eyes are not fooling you. 10 of 10 from free throws.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Especially a bunch down the stretch that were just so vital to the Muskies winning this game.
They were.
Off the stat sheet that might not go down as a complete block because it might have been his time expired, but he made sure at the end of that game to get a hand on that ball and neutralize any shot that was going to go up there for Otterbein in an attempt to win that game. So a great job by Devon at the end of the game.
I'm at a loss of words. Devon played an awesome game. He is a senior here. It was an amazing run for him in his last season here in the OAC. I mean, I'd love to see him go to the NBA, get drafted. That's what I want for him.
So for the Otterbein Cardinals, like we said, they do drop this game. They're going to be 6-17, 3-13 overall in the OAC. The Muskies improving to 8-15, 4-12 in the OAC. They are right now locked into that last playoff spot to get into the OAC tournament. Muskingum wins the game, 70-69. You have been listening to WMCO, and you've also on Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV. This is your home for Fighting Muskie Sports. Thank you for listening. I'm Andrew Price alongside Charles Herman and Michael Pagano, our sideline reporter. Thank you.